Welcome back, Soul Tribe. For those of you new to my channel, welcome. Let's check the vibe tonight, Soul Tribe. But first, I'd like to ask the Divine and Archangel Michael, protector of truth and light, to stand before me, behind me, and beside me. Surround this space with your blue flame of protection. Remove all negative or deceptive energy. Allow only truth, clarity, and divine guidance to come through. I thank Spirit and I thank Archangel Michael for protecting the space and guarding this reading. So it is. Amen. Okay, Soul Tribe. During my pre-shuffle, there's a person in your energy that is wearing a mask. Now, please remember that this is a general reading. Please do not force it to fit if it doesn't resonate. Okay? Again, this is general. Please do not force it to fit. All right? Let it flow or let it go, Soul Tribe. Okay, Soul Tribe. One more shuffle. Okay. Spirit, spill it. What does the collective need to know about the person on their mind? Oh, wow. Intuition. You have an inner knowing about this person. And it's telepathic. You communicate. You are an inspiration to them. And every time they hear certain songs, you come to mind automatically. Wow. Divine connection, collective. You guys are twin flames. There you are, counterpart. Wow, we're hitting the ground running. You have a really good time together, collective. During intimacy, you are unforgettable. The good times that you shared, they can't be replaced. At the same time, you have another person in your energy. You have another secret admirer, collective. They're a bit timid. Now remember, if it doesn't resonate, do not force it to fit. But this twin flame of yours made you go through hell. They broke your heart. You felt shattered. They broke you, collective. Tell me more, Spirit. I feel the energy quite aggressive and angry. This person is missing you badly. And look at that. Intimacy came out. There's a certain bond that you two shared that they feel is unbreakable. Remember, they're your counterpart. Twin flames. Tell me more, Spirit. Romance. They have romantic feelings for you. This person is in love with you. They weren't with you just to pass the time or a fantasy that they wanted to reenact. They have true feelings for you. They're in love with you. Social media, they keep tabs on you. We have a spy on our hands, collective. Yes, they're following you. They're tracking your every move. Tell me more, Spirit. Wow. They're transitioning. There's a change coming, collective, and you're going to feel it. They do. They want to connect with you. So some of you who've been in no contact, expect a call or a run-in with them because they want to connect with you. Again, if you've been in no contact, get ready. If you've been in communication with them already, then be prepared because they want to either reconnect or connect with you. Tell me more, Spirit. Got some flyers. This person feels blocked. They feel that in this change that's coming, it's not only that they feel that they're changing, you've changed also. Spirit is telling me that you've awakened, and this person is feeling it because they're feeling blocked by you. You're not the same as you once was. Remember, they broke your heart, more like shattered it, and now they feel that you have blocked your energy from them. This person disappeared. They ghosted you. They ghosted you from nowhere. They just disappeared. So they kept secrets, told you lies. They were very deceptive with you. They took off, and then they made you feel like if you were nothing but a one-night stand. Remember, flip and switch the roles, collective. Okay? But they want to re-engage. They want a commitment with you. But based on the cards of keeping secrets, ghosting you, and all of a sudden they disappeared and you felt like a one-night stand, this commitment that I see here makes me feel that they were already in a commitment. And that's why you felt like you were the hookup. What? Confirmation. This person has a family. Yes. One that you may or may not have known about. This was the commitment that they're in. And that's why they ghosted your ass. That's why they disappeared. So these secrets that they're keeping and lies, it's about the hidden family that they kept from you. Tell me more, Spirit. How horrible. Remember, this is not about gender. Self-esteem. This person is very insecure about themselves. They're not as secure as you are. That's why they have to keep secrets. But what did I say? What did I say? Confirmation. You've awakened because you came to the realization that you're too good for this person. So even if they ghosted you and walked away, you woke up, you've healed, you've had a spiritual awakening, and you've realized that it was time to move on. And honey, you're on a whole different timeline. But there's a fated meeting coming. There's an important connection here. Remember, they are your twin flame. So they're your divine counterpart. So there's a fated meeting that's coming up. So again, be aware, okay? Or beware that they might be coming out of the woodwork for you, and you are their divine feminine. Remember, flip and switch the roles, collective. Divine feminine, twin flames. On the bottom of the deck, we have regrets. They feel their mistakes. Okay, they are in heavy regret. Heavy, heavy regret, collective. Tell me more, Spirit. So they want to come back and they want to make changes. They want to compromise now. Now that you've blocked them and healed. Tell me more, Spirit, about this energy. They have certain responsibilities that they have to deal with. Okay? They're a parent. So they've got obligations and responsibilities that they just can't walk away from that easily. Tell me more, Spirit. They have deep-rooted passion for you, collective. They feel a magnetic attraction to you, and it is mutual, collective. You feel the fire. You feel the fire. Neither one of you could control yourselves, although they're trying really hard to stay away from you. That's what I'm getting. They're in love with you. Again, strong affection, magnetic attraction, passion. They want to rebuild. They want to reconcile with you. Okay? Again, there's some strong energy that they are coming for you. But you're having a good time now because, again, you've awakened, you've healed, and tried to move on with your life after they disappeared on you. So you're having a good time now. You did not wait for them to come back your way. Tell me more, Spirit. They're afraid that you're going to continue to block them and not let them in your energy anymore because you're on a different timeline. And once your vibes reach a certain wavelength or frequency, honey, you're waving goodbye, okay? Because you have found peace and you surrendered because, again, you're at peace and you've chosen yourself. Okay? In a twin flame dynamic like it came out, there's a runner and a chaser. And they were the runner and you were the chaser. And once you surrendered, you awakened because you chose yourself and you chose peace. You didn't need their approval anymore. You didn't need their approval or their validation, which means once you stopped chasing, you surrendered. You learned your karmic lesson as the chaser. That's right. Tell me more, Spirit. And they're a snake for what they did to you, that they ghosted you and they just took off. But sometimes not everything is what it looks like. So if you want to hear them out when they come around, go ahead. But use your discernment, collective. Again, they're afraid that you're not going to even listen. They worry and they have deep anxiety about this. Enough that keeps them up at night, collective. But you're at peace with yourself because you've chosen yourself. Now they're regretting what they did, that they walked away and they ghosted you. Look at that. Cards are slipping and sliding all over the place. Freedom. What did I say? You surrendered. Thank you, Spirit. The validations keep coming in loud and clear. You surrendered. That's why you found peace. And that's why you released them. Boom. Tell me more, Spirit. They involved you in a third-party situation. Remember, family came out and that they were a parent. They have children. They have responsibility and obligations that they cannot just turn a blind eye to. So there was third-party interferences, okay? And this made it a very toxic cocktail, okay? Karmic relationship. They're in a karmic relationship, okay? Because remember, you are a divine counterpart and a divine feminine. Flip and switch the roles, which means they're involved in a third-party dynamic with a karmic. Not a true soulmate, okay? And now you realize in these realizations that they were non-committal. That's why they ran. And because they had this hidden family, they ran. They did not want to come to terms that they were going to have to sacrifice one. And again, in a twin flame connection, there's a runner and a chaser. You have surrendered. You learned your karmic lesson. But in their non-committal energy as the runner, they need to learn their karmic lesson. And if they are the runner, their karmic lesson is to sacrifice, okay? To make sacrifices, okay? They need to make a decision. That is their karmic lesson. And apparently, they wanted to have their cake and eat it too. They wanted to maintain this third party dynamic. They wanted to keep you and their karmic partner and their family. Yeah, they wanted to keep you both. Well, I don't think so. You weren't going for that. Now you are experiencing new pleasures. Some of you may be traveling, seeing new things. Good for you. You've abandoned this unhealthy attachment that you had, but you are this person's addiction. Collective. They can't let you go. Remember, you have this magnetic appeal that you are very addictive to this person. And this person right now is going through some legal matters. Justice. They're disputes. But they keep in mind that you are their happiness, their wish fulfillment. Tell me more. Watch your back. You have an enemy close by. And it might be that karmic. Keep an eye out, because there's a storm coming, collective. There's a storm coming. There are tower moments. There's turmoil. Okay. Broken trust. This person cheated. They betrayed your trust. Again, they put you in that third party situation, just proving that they were non-committal. And they broke your trust. Which in turn, now you have unresolved issues. Yeah, that's why they want to come back. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, definitely an ex-lover, but there's an old spark there that's flickering. Anything else, Spirit? You've grown a lot. There's inner growth. You've done some healing, collective. You have. Congratulations. Let's get some tarot. Let's get some tarot. So now they're in regret. They want to come back. They feel blocked. You've done the work. And you're standing on your boundaries. You've put some healthy boundaries up because you've let go. You've released them. And now they're under judgment. They're receiving karma. So it doesn't matter how much they think about the past. They're receiving it no matter what. They're receiving their karma for what they did and the injustices that they've done. They're paying for them. That's why they're going through it, and they're receiving tower moments after tower moments after tower moments. But they're going to see clearly now. Tell me, Spirit. Spill it. What does the collective need to know about the person on their mind? You are their hope. You are their star. They keep hoping and wishing. You're an inspiration to them. They can't forget you. They can't let you go. They remain hopeful. Tell me more, Spirit. King of Wands. They have a passion for you that cannot be tamed. Okay. They can't. They can't control themselves. They're bold. They're bold. And they feel that they have to walk away. They have to make a decision, and they have to walk away from something. Okay, they have to walk away. They walked away from you. Okay, when they ghosted you. But if they do want you back and they do want to reconcile with you, the stakes are high. And whether or not they want to make a decision or not, they're going to have to, because the universe is not going to let them sit on it. So again, this King of Wands has a lot of passion for you. And once upon a time, not in the not so distant future, distant past, I'm sorry, they walked away from you. And this broke your heart. So again, this is confirmation of the oracle cards from before. They did walk away from you. And they want to start anew with you. Okay, they want to have a new beginning. They want to be free. Okay, you make them feel like a young school child. Okay, they're ready. They're ready for a new beginning with you, a clean slate. I'm hearing where everything is fresh. They want that with you, but I don't know if after walking away from you, if you're gonna be willing and waiting. They're gonna have to muster up the courage, collective, to come back to you. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have the courage to do that. They want to make you an offer. There's a new opportunity. They already have a family. They already have a family, and we know that. They're concerned about their legacy, because this person in your energy, they have a family and they have children. They are deep rooted in legacy and their foundation. So again, if they are coming back around and they're gathering their strength to come toward you, to make you this new offer, they're still thinking about their legacy, about their children. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah. Hangman. Right now they're at a stalemate. They know that in order to come towards you and offer you this new beginning, new opportunities, and offer you something, not come empty-handed. Okay? Pentacles is money. They want to offer security and stability. If they want this, they need to make a sacrifice, and they know it. It's not going to be so simple, especially if they have a family and they have children. And that's where their head is at. Okay? That is their inner turmoil, collective. They're in a hangman. All right, they're in a contemplative state. They're thinking that they have to make a lot of sacrifices, and they're thinking about the loss. They are also thinking about their children. Remember, again, if this doesn't resonate, do not force it to fit, collective. But some of you, the person and the energy that you are dealing with, this is the scenario, and it is going to resonate with you. So this person has a big choice to make, and it's not one to take lightly. It means walking away from their family, uprooting their foundation, okay, to come to offer you security and stability. But they don't want to come empty-handed, and they're really going to have to muster up the courage to do that, let me tell you. But right now they're not taking action because they're at a stalemate. What actions is the person going to take toward the collective, Spirit? What actions is this person? Okay. No, they're still in their heads. They're still in their heads. They're uncertain. They're confused. They're not making any decisions. They have their boundaries up. This person is thinking logically. They're not thinking with their heart. So they have their sword up. They're very disciplined. Okay. They are fighting the urge to come towards you. Remember, they want to come towards you because the King of Wands came out. But they are fighting. They are fighting the urge to come towards you, collective. They are. Look who came out. The Spy. So they're keeping tabs on you. They are. They're keeping tabs on you. They want to know what you're up to, what you're doing, and who you're doing it with. But ultimately, there will be death and transformation. In order for new cycles to begin, Something has to end, collective. Something has to end. So there's transformation coming. There's endings, and some of you have already released this person. Let's face it. If you've released this person, it is the ending. Some of you, it will be transforming. And the relationship that you had since they walked away from you, it is transforming from an ending in order to start a new beginning. So again, use your discernment. Use your discernment. This person was a thief. They stole your time, your attention. They lied to you. And now they're spying on you. They were a lying cheat. Tell me more, Spirit. I don't blame them if you don't want to give them a new beginning. They walked away. They treated you like trash. They lied. And now, now they're in regret. They're at a breaking point. Oh, cry me a river. They're full of anxiety, fear. This came out in the Oracle cards. Nine of Swords energy. They are in regret and they're feeling it. They're coming to a breaking point where they know that something's got to give. And if they want to come towards you, they have to sacrifice a lot. A lot. This person can't sleep at night. Tell me more, Spirit, about the actions that this person is going to take toward the collective. What actions is this person going to take toward the collective? So far, we haven't seen any action. Only cowardice. Only cowardice. What did I say? They're in regret. Big time. Okay? They're like the wounded soldier. They want to come toward you, but they have a lot of fatigue and they're in regret, so they're hesitant. You poured so much into them. You poured so much into them and they didn't give you shit. They didn't give you shit. You gave and gave. And they didn't give you anything. They walked away. They left. That's what they did. So right now, I'm not looking at anything that they're coming towards you because you are the Empress. And remember, flip and switch the roles. The tarot cards are not based on gender. Okay? You are the Empress, the divine feminine. Okay? A mother figure, you're creative. You are the epitome of sensuality and abundance. You are their everything. And that's how they see you. They can't compete with the Empress. They cannot compete with the Empress. Tell me more, Spirit. What? They cannot compete. Ooh, not taking these. Yeah, they want reciprocity. They want balance and peace in their life because they don't have any. Because again, they're in regret. This person got a lot of validation from you and now they're not getting it anymore. Because remember, when they walked away and you healed and moved on, you no longer give this person the validation that they always were after. But they're going to get it from somewhere else. But they want to get, the problem is that they want to have the, it's coming to me. They want to get it from you. They don't want the validation from that karmic. They want it from you. But they're in regret. But they want it from the Empress. Right now they're conflicted. They're going battle after battle, round after round, like a boxing match, because all they want to do is get together with you because they have all this passion for you. Again, the Oracle cards, they let you know, collective, and this is just confirmation. But they're battling. They're battling that karmic. And it's like a boxing match over there. It really is. Because all they want to do is be with you. You're closing out cycles, the world. Completion. End of cycles. Done. You're done. You're resting. You're at peace. You're at peace with your decisions while this person is in conflict. Tell me more, Spirit. But the world, you closed out that cycle. You closed out that cycle. But again, your magnetism, Queen of Wands energy. You're confident. You're very passionate, but you're determined and you get what you want. Now, this person, the Chariot reversed, this shows that there's blockages. Okay. And again, that karmic with this conflict is causing problems. So for this person, in order to close out and learn the karmic lessons that they need to, there's resistance. Not only from them, because they're resistant to change. Remember, the end came out. So end and transformations are coming. Inevitable. Okay? Inevitable. But this is causing them to lose control. Okay? And there's obstructions because the Chariot is forward movement. And in reverse, that means that there's blockages, there's something obstructing them. And it is the karmic because the karmic does not want to let them go. Tell me more, Spirit. So there's blockages until they close out that cycle. But man, they just you're in Queen's One energy. You are totally magnetic to this person. We know this. It came out. They are your counterpart. It came out that you're the twin flame, the divine counterpart, and also divine feminine came out. And look at this. King of Wands came out. They're the King of Wands. You are the Queen of Wands. Fire. That's all I'm going to say. Fire. And now the devil came out. You are irresistible to them. All right. Remember, they are fighting, like the King of Swords, they are fighting themselves to come over to you. They're fighting this urge every single day because what they want is to be with you. Fire, intensity. Okay? Remember, Ace of Wands, you're the King of Wands, you're the Queen of Wands, and the devil energy came out. Obsession. They have this obsession with you. You are their addiction, collective. Oh, thinking about that song. You are an obsession. Oh my goodness. Listen to that song. What a download. Whew. Hot. Hot, hot, hot. Wow. Okay. Collective. This is hot stuff. Now Donna Summer comes. Download. Hot stuff. Let's get some unsent messages from this person. What does your person want to say? What feelings do they have? Okay, so what unsaid feelings do they have for you that they have not shared? What do they want to say to you? Collective. Hot. That's fire. Fire. They may be a fire sign. You may be a fire sign. Doesn't have to be. But the magnetic pull. Dynamite. Dynamite. Spirit, spill it. What messages and what love messages specifically does this person want to tell the collective? Okay, we have temptation has led me here. What? Oh, how appropriate. I'm going to sit this message right between the King and Queen of Wands right there. I have so much rage inside of me. I don't know how to love you. Yeah. I'm telling you. Fire. Fire. Maybe I am meant to be alone on this journey. So they have their doubts. It's time for me to escape this darkness. They don't want to be trapped. They feel trapped where they are and they don't want to be trapped. They don't. I have deceived you. I deceived myself too. Yes, because they didn't want to come clean to you and they didn't want to admit how much they love you. So not only were they in deceptive energy with you, but also from themselves. They did not want to admit that they loved you. Because it was easier. It was easier to be avoidant. It was easier to run. It's easier not to take accountability. So they ran. So they hid their emotions from not only from you, but from themselves. They didn't want to face themselves. I am working on myself to be the person you deserve. They know that if they don't, they can't come back. I fall into their illusions. Yes, this is the karmic. They painted a pretty picture, and that's how they trapped them. Tell me more, Spirit. More love messages for the collective before we close out. I want to be alone with you and do my magic on you. What? I'm setting it right here again between the Queen and King of Wands. Just like temptation right there. What did I tell you? Fire. Fire. I kept falling into this toxic pattern. I really want it to go. Yeah, they want out. They want out of that karmic. They want out of that karmic relationship. I'm not ready yet to be vulnerable. Please give me more time. They're begging for time because they feel that you've moved on and you're leaving them behind and you've moved on your timeline. So they're hoping. They're hoping. Remember the star card that came out? They are hoping that you're going to give them more time. But you know what, collective? I don't tell anyone or ask anyone to wait for anyone. Because you know what? It's free will. It's free will. And you know what? You got to do what's right for you. Not what's right for somebody else. What's right for you. Okay? Collective, my dear soul tribe, I hope that this message has given you the clarity that you needed. And until next time, keep it real.